Welcome back to The Bait Buffet, starring Mason Howerton and Forrest Whaley. Welcome, Mason.
Once again, we find ourselves together.
Back and more powerful than ever before.
Power
In the interim, we've gained so many subscribers. It's insane. We're actually now world famous.
Power comes in many forms.
I try not to let it go to my head.
The form of power that we are most adept at is actually anonymity.
Having that kind of power where you can just walk into any establishment and be like, hey, kill that guy for me, and like the person will just do it. Because he knows, if he doesn't kill him, then you're probably going to kill him.
Right, and then they do. Right. Yeah, that's always
stuff.
It's always a good, it's always something that's nice to have in your back pocket,
Yeah, if we were still doing like the whole like lords and ladies thing, like I don't know, I feel like that was a pretty good system.
For some people.
Yeah, because I would definitely be born a lord. I get that vibe. I get that feeling.
Next scene, you're fucking one of the kids that's dead in the gutter. Like Oliver Twist walks by. Glad I'm not him.
Nah, I want to go out like that.
Like you were, you were born a lord, but like the mercantile type business that your family was set up on, like it didn't make it. They threw you out into your creditors threw you out into the street. Oh
yeah, no. I married a woman, and she had expensive taste. Bankrupted my entire family line.
No. I'm saying like this happened to you as like a child. Like you didn't even make it. You didn't even make it to adulthood, You made it past birth. That was a pretty high bar.
No, the Whaleys go way back if you actually look it up. Thousands of years. Hundreds.
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands of years.
Hundreds of thousands. Wow.
Yeah. So don't fuck with us.
I've heard about that.
Did you see that new Avatar movie?
It's not even out.
Yeah, I think it is out.
No, it's out on
Avatar
the 16th.
2.
It's out on the 16th.
I mean, this podcast will probably air on the 16th.
That shit ain't out.
You could have just ran with it.
I haven't seen it.
I think we should just review it as if we've seen it.
I had to make some excuse. Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm just like, when am I going to go see this fucking movie?
I know, right? I feel like we should, but
definitely should go see it. Yeah, it's just like I feel like I want to see it soon, but I also don't want to see it in like a packed theater with people like cheering. Woo, Jake Sully!
Ooh, yeah. Woo! Are people gonna be cheering Jake Sully's name?
Dude,
I hope so.
Dude,
I'm pretty
sure I experienced it. I'm pretty sure I experienced that when I saw it the first time. So I can only take that one time.
You think it's gonna be a hit?
I mean, shit. A lot of shit hits. A sack of bricks will hit you.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's gonna. I think it'll hit like a sack of bricks. Hard. Painfully.
Yeah.
A lot of weight. Fuck you up.
Probably gonna be some sort of insurance claim.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's
involved.
It's gonna be one of those movies that makes a lot of money, if I had to guess. But.
I think it's gonna bomb horribly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think anyone even knows it's coming out.
I think people are. I think they're juiced for it.
I think people are pissed. They've waited too long. Now they're just not going to see it out of spite.
That would be me if I didn't want to talk about it. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of one of the.
It's going to be good, man.
It's coming out over the holidays. Over the holidays, and it's like a movie that you like go to the theater to see.
Yeah, I just hope the Colonel comes back in some capacity because he's my favorite character.
I think he's listed in as being in the movie, but who knows? What that indicates. Maybe it's his twin brother. Everyone's got a twin brother back on Earth.
Back on Earth, everyone's got a twin brother. I'm no different, except mine was a scientist.
Too bad for me. Mine died.
Yeah.
Could always use an extra kidney.
I'm trying to think of what the Colonel says during the briefing. He's like something about jujubes and
Yeah, like if you better take him seriously because everything out there will eat your eyes for jujubes.
You are on Pandora. Like, what is that accent? Is he Texan?
Fucking, American man.
Everything out here wants to kill you and eat your eyes for jujubes.
Yep.
It's my job not to let that happen.
Hold up. What's this? Meals on Wheels?
I will not succeed. Yeah, right. Yeah, so you men are all going to die.
Right.
Every last one of you. I'll see it to it myself. Like, oh, shit. Like, we love a commander who can really chew you out, but, like, that's kind of taking it a bit far.
He says what we're all thinking. He says, the thing about that guy is he says what we're all thinking.
I wanted to let you men know I've got a drag show this weekend. I can get you in for free. Free drinks. Just come say hi. If anyone's interested.
Nah, more like, look, guys, we're going to shoot up a power substation later this week. There's a drag show going on.
You got to do it in the voice. He said,
I don't,
he's tired.
He's not, I don't know. He's just so.
You are on Pandora. He's so cartoonish. He's like pretty.
Yeah. No, yeah. Everyone in that movie is a character.
I want to like Photoshop a wig onto him and see what he'd look like. Just like some
cute,
bedazzling.
He'd look cute.
He'd look really cute with some like eyeliner.
Yeah, yeah. Get him on RuPaul's Drag Race.
He got fucking staked through the heart last time I saw him.
Sign him up. Get him on the Drag Race. Come on.
You men are all dead. You shouldn't have come here.
This is a fever dream.
Them Navi are gonna race through our halls like wildfire in the bush.
You ever been fucked by a 10-foot cat? They got this thing they stick in you, and you can feel everything.
Sully knows what I'm talking about.
They can feel everything you're feeling. Ain't that Amen.
Nice? So I guess he's like Southern or he's something. I don't know.
He's quasi-Southern, full-blooded American.
I'm like obsessed with him. He's like my spirit animal right now. I'm thinking about him a lot. The Colonel.
Well, yeah. Hopefully he's in the movie.
Yeah, hopefully that'll really bring a lot to it. Kind of like the Emperor coming back.
He kind of got like really killed.
My boy.
So he kind of got really killed before though. So I'm not like holding.
It's hard not to talk to my son in the Emperor voice. Like when I'm talking to River, I'm like, my boy. Lift him up. Kind of like
get him started.
Mufasa.
Right.
Or kind of like Simba.
What? My boy. Mufasa.
Yeah. My boy. Like the Emperor. Not Mufasa.
All right. Are we doing the Emperor or are we doing Mufasa?
I'm just like blurring all my Disney properties together at this point. I'm just like kind of a
it's sad
rotating disc of Disney, idioms.
It's sad that Star Wars is like included in that.
Yeah.
What a tragedy.
Kathleen Kennedy's working hard. She's working around the clock.
I don't believe it.
Figure it out.
I don't believe it.
She's sweating every day on the floor.
She probably fucking.
She cracks the whip, dude.
She probably drinks the blood of children, and then when she needs to take a dump, then she writes some stuff in her notes, and that's what makes it out. I can't with how bad with how bad all this shit has been. I cannot imagine that anybody is working hard on it, but that's just me being a complete and total ass.
I think you're right, Mason. I think you should trust your instincts on this one, because if you've seen the Indiana Jones 5 trailer,
I haven't.
Things are not going well.
I really just want to see the movie. I just really want to see.
You want to see it? I don't know if I'll even watch it.
Oh, I'll watch
it. I say that though.
I'll watch it.
I said I wouldn't watch Thor: Love and Thunder, and I did anyway.
You
it was
did?
Terrible.
I said I would watch it, and I didn't.
Well, I guess we both lied.
The shoes on the other foot, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I by watch that's a very like liberal use of the word.
Sure, yeah. You were in the same room as it playing.
Right.
For some of it,
it was on half volume on my iPad that was faced away from me as I was doing something else.
Yes,
so,
I mean,
like
you got. It sounds like you got the full experience.
It was terrible, dude.
Fucking
awful.
Every time I've thought about watching it, I'm like, okay, I want to see Christian Bale's performance, and then I'm like, but then I also think about like Natalie Portman just in general, I really don't like Natalie Portman anymore for some reason.
Yeah, she's terrible in it. She's awful.
She really grinds my. I don't know.
She's not an actress.
She grinds my grit.
She's like a child actress who kind of like blew up, and then like George Lucas casted her in the Star Wars movies. Then she did Star Wars. She's never been good. Right. Like she's never been a good actress.
No.
So she's really bad in it, and then like the comedy is just awful, and then like Christian Bale's in it for 5 minutes.
Oh.
Literally. Apparently, he had a bunch of other scenes that were cut. They're like, release the gore cut.
Right.
Like, how about we just delete the movie instead? That would be a net gain for humanity.
Maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I'll just wait till the gore cut comes out. So potentially, I'll never see it.
The best part was seeing Kristen Hemsworth's naked ass. I think that was like the highlight.
I heard about that, but it wasn't his ass.
It might have been CGI. I don't know. It could have been a double.
It probably wasn't.
I wish they would just come out and say it. And
he's taking a break now, right?
Let us know.
He's taking.
I want to know what I'm. I want to know what I'm fapping to.
He's got like some really.
Not my proudest tug.
He's got some really significant like Alzheimer's genes, right? That's Liam Hemsworth that I'm thinking of. That like he's like taking a break now because he found out about that.
Liam.
That's what I think so.
His brother.
No, him. The Thor. Who plays Thor?
Who plays Thor?
Chris. Chris.
There's Chris Hemsworth and there's Liam Hemsworth.
I think it's. I don't know.
There might be another one.
Maybe. I don't.
I know the Chris's get confusing.
The Hemsworths. I always forget that there's two.
I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special and that was awful.
Oh man.
Awful. And now James Gunn apparently has control over all of DC. That's the new news. That's the hot news.
Yeah. Woo!
He's the boss.
Woo! Come on, give him a round of applause.
I'm like worried.
Give him a round of applause. Come on.
I don't know, man.
Woo! James, no. James, Mr. Gunn.
I guess it's better than Zack Snyder, right? Like, can't get much worse.
I don't know, man. So I mean, if some like here's the bar, right? Zack Snyder's right here, right? Like, so I just put him just slightly above. Wait, hold on. So here's the lowest possible common denominator, right?
No one can see this.
Zach is slightly above that, right? Zach is slightly above that. I know. Zach is slightly above that, and anybody else breathing is above him slightly. So that just tells you.
I guess at least Zach like took it seriously or made it like darker.
Did he take it? Did he take it seriously?
It's a positive. It's just I think James Gunn's gonna do a bunch of his shitty like dad jokes all over the next Batman movie. It's gonna be terrible.
So he's gonna be. Oh,
he's like the king of the Marvel jokes, but he like tries to be like crude and crass with them. So I feel like do you see the Suicide Squad movie? It's basically the one he did. It's basically like
the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like bad. This is like really crass and like really bloody and like it's funny like when they talk about dicks.
It's like it's not funny to me. And you know he's gonna have like way more license.
Yeah, exactly.
Way more license with this.
Yeah, that's concerning.
It's a major concern for me. I would like to enjoy some superhero movies that come out. They're like some of the only big movies that come out now. So I'd like to enjoy at least some of them. That would be nice.
It's reaching a point where it's becoming a real problem. Like there's no good big movies coming out on the reg, which is sad. But
yeah, there's
it's like a perfect time for me, honestly, because I never go to the theater anyway. So I feel like I'm not missing much.
There's hardly anything coming out in general.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's good.
I guess there's good TV and stuff, but yeah.
Like what? I think don't say House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
You
Rings
said
of Power was dope.
What? Yeah, you loved it. I heard you got the name of every episode tattooed on your dick. so that when you have intercourse, you can really you thrust with them,
Yeah, I got it like in the Elvish language too, like the way that they write, it basically looks like the One Ring.
Little did I fucking know. All I would need to do to get control of the Lord of the Rings stuff that's being made nowadays would be learn Elvish and write a slightly less than shitty pitch, because the one that they did accept was they learned Elvish and it was shitty. So you just need to be.
You just got to be at the right place at the right time. You're probably busy having a family or something.
Right, yeah. Those guys are fucking, probably jacking each other off or something.
Yeah, I just feel like gay people are like way more powerful, in terms of like getting shit done. Like, there's no excuse for like any gay person not to be like a millionaire, right?
Well,
like,
I mean, sometimes they adopt.
They don't have to have like families. They just focus on themselves.
They don't have to, but gay people choose to have families.
No, I don't think that happens too often. I think most gay guys just like hang out for their whole lives and then they die.
So
I don't know. I don't know the stats.
I think
would you say the majority of gay couples adopt at some point?
I don't know if
right?
I don't know if I'd say the majority.
Just off the.
It's probably a smaller. It's probably a smaller percentage than the amount. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like straight couples, like kids can just kind of happen. Gay couples, they have to really like, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, you gotta like grow them in a lab
or something.
Yeah, there's like all sorts of ways to get a baby.
Yeah, she was. What did they say in Arrested Development? She was made in a lab, like a cup of soup or something. But maybe she's not real. She was made in a cup, like. Oh yeah. She's not real. She was made in a cup, like soup. Man.
Yeah.
If
you were a chick, would you have someone else's baby for like $10,000?
10 grand? I don't know about that. It's not.
That's like what they charge.
That's kind of
like cheap.
It's kind of cheap, yeah.
Yeah, I guess like some people charge way more than that.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd have anyone's baby though. That'd be too sad. I wouldn't want to give it up.
My uterus would be top dollar if it was on the market of uteruses.
So we're talking like 6 figures.
Something, man.
Yeah,
I don't.
Let's find a really wealthy gay couple.
Yeah, you gotta really take care of them.
Dude, if you want to check out a funny show, that was really good. The White Lotus season 2 just finished airing on HBO Max.
You're always pushing this fucking show.
It's so good. Like, it's one of my favorite like new things that has come out recently. And season 1 was great, and I think season 2 was even better. Honestly.
Yeah, you've been pushing it since season 1.
There's this part like the only recurring character from season 1 is like what's her name? Jenna something or Jenna. She's like Stifler's mom from American Pie.
That lady. Yeah.
What's her name? I'm gonna look her up. Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah, she is this like daughter of this like oil baron who died and like left her everything.
Yeah, right.
And she's just like, she doesn't know like anything. She's like just completely like lost in like a haze of like her own like narcissism, like constantly.
Right.
And she's in the first season, and she's also in the second season because she's like, I just love like the White Lotus hotels. Like every time I come here, I have a memorable experience. And so she just like goes from like White Lotus to White Lotus all over the world, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's hilarious. She's like, feeling down on herself because her new husband just like left on a business trip like in the middle of their vacation, and she meets these like gay guys, these really rich gay guys.
Yeah.
And they like invited her to these like parties and like these like operas, and like they're showing her a really good time, and it's hilarious. And she's like, these are some really high class gays.
Oh wow.
She's got this assistant Portia who she like hired to come to like Italy with her on her like honeymoon with her husband. And she's like, yeah, he doesn't know you're here, so you just have to like hide or whatever. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, just stay in your room. She's like, I'm in Italy. And she's like, yeah, like get food delivered to your room. Like I don't want him to see you, but like I need you here in case I need you.
Oh. Oh my.
It's so funny, dude. There's so many different like stories and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely like a big recommend.
I need to give it a try. I don't know. The first episode started pretty slow because I tried to watch it when the first season came out, and I was like, I don't know. It didn't.
I think the second season's better.
First episode of the first season didn't grab me, and then so it's pretty. Once that happens, it's pretty hard for me to like when I'm thinking about stuff to watch to be like, let's go.
It's a good show to watch with like your wife.
Let's go for this again. Yeah.
Juicy.
No,
it's drama.
I mean, if it didn't catch
interpersonal
me,
relationships.
I've got more patience for shows usually than she does. If it didn't catch me, like, will it catch her? Like, I don't know. We'll give it a shot.
I think so.
We'll give it a shot.
I think so. Yeah, the theme song is a bop, dude. They should play it at the club. It's awesome. I like play it in Luna dances to it.
That's funny.
I don't know how we got turned on to talking about that, but yeah, just like there are some high class gays basically, and yeah, they just like hang out with her because she's iconic essentially. What else do I got going on?
It's
something new in my life. Oh, what were we gonna say?
Oh, I was said something about TV shows, but go ahead.
No, say it.
No, roll it out.
Oh, I was just gonna say something about my life is that I've been getting like super buff recently. I don't know if you can tell. But look at this. Oh my god!
Wow, that's good,
dude.
Nice.
Show me what you got.
Huh? The guns?
Yeah, show me your guns.
Nah, you didn't pay for tickets to the gun show yet.
Well, I'm just saying, like, next time you see me, you might be, like, shocked. Like, because we haven't seen each other in a couple of weeks. And I've been making a lot of progress, like, steady progress in my body. Nice. Starting to look like Bruce Wayne a little bit.
Nice.
So,
awesome.
Be careful.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for that. Wouldn't want you to break my hand or something if I go to shake.
No, you don't have to worry about me breaking your hand.
I don't know. You might be too powerful now.
It's your mind that you might have to worry about. It might break you mentally first.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's a lot of power. You got the real power pack going.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool because like I'm gonna unveil my new physique pretty soon on the channel. People are gonna be like, "Whoa, this guy builds Legos. He's so nice. He looks like Ryan Reynolds. This guy's got something. This guy's got something going on. Cast him as the next Deadpool. He's buff. Look at him.
That's funny. Yeah,
I can do Ryan Reynolds, whatever he does.
Always good to get.
Fuck Ryan Reynolds, dude.
Well, you gotta buy a competing cell phone company.
I'll buy his company and burn it to the ground.
No, you gotta buy a cell phone company that competes with his. Then you drive his value really low, and then you burn it to the ground after you buy it.
I'm gonna find some dirt on him.
Gotta
blackmail his ass.
Gotta think these things through.
I'm like the Julian Assange of brick filming. I'll fucking expose him.
That's not I don't know. That's not a good look. That's not a good look.
Oh, man. I'll find his email and send him a bunch of spam offers. Get him hooked into a Ponzi scheme.
Hooked into a Ponzi scheme?
Yeah, something.
Who?
Fucker. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, why are you going after Ryan?
Just because I'm jealous of him. You know, I want his life. I want his work. I want to play Deadpool in the next movie.
You do? Why?
I want to be part of this. I want to be in a superhero franchise. You know, I don't think that's too much to ask. There's plenty of them. Like, I don't need to be like Batman.
You would think that there's a lot to go around.
Yeah, there's plenty to. Because I got a lot to offer. You know, now that I'm buff.
Yeah.
Look at Chris Pratt. He was nothing.
Always good to get buff.
He was a loser, a broke loser, and now he's Mario.
Well,
wahoo!
Well, actually, first he was a broke loser, then he played a broke loser, right?
Wahoo!
Yeah, Mario.
You seen the trailer?
No, didn't watch it.
That's good, man. He goes, "What is this place?"
That's not Mario. That's
Mushroom Kingdom, bro.
That's not Mario. That's Chris Pratt.
I was thinking we should like redub the Mario trailer ourselves. You play Luigi.
To what end?
I'll be Mario and see if we can get the role. Snag the role out from under him. Send it to the studio.
Well, honestly, I'd prefer that the guy that does Mario get the role for Mario, like the Mario guy.
No, he sucks, dude. He can't keep that voice up. It's got to be a voice that will connect emotionally, but also still should be true to the character.
What are you going on about?
He's never had to act before.
What are you?
I don't think that guy can do it.
I think
they need someone who can balance the best of both worlds.
I believe in that guy, personally, and spiritually.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just gonna steal all the jobs in Hollywood.
I believe
now that I'm buff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, get on it then. I'm hearing a lot of talk.
I'm gonna send you a picture of my 6-pack in a couple of weeks. It's coming in.
Nice. I look forward to. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be disappointed.
I'll post it on the Patreon too.
I'll be disappointed.
Right now, it's more of a 1-pack.
I'll be disappointed if it doesn't come through.
One big pack.
Sure. Right.
But it's gonna turn into kind of like how a single cell, multiplies.
Eventually, if you, when you exercise your abdominal muscles, usually they become, more, what's the word I'm looking for here? Defined.
Yeah, I've been going to the gym a lot. I've been going to the gym like every single hour, basically.
Every single hour?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Whenever I can spare an hour.
Nice.
Hit the gym like 2, 3, 4 times a day. Just never home.
Well,
my wife's like, what the fuck?
There's something to be said about that.
But yeah, no, it's just good to use your body.
Yeah, good exercise. Always,
yeah, definitely.
Always something that people should keep in mind for their daily.
The Colonel exercises.
The Colonel in Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got his guns showing like the whole time. I'm pretty sure. Got like the cutoffs.
Yeah, kind of like Liver King.
Yeah. All natural, 100%. No problem. Don't worry.
I mean, nobody believed that he was natty.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can really look like that without having some sort of
at that
supplement.
age. At that age, especially. I mean, there's people that can look like that, but they're very genetically, like specific, like Ronnie Coleman, like he could look like that, unjuiced.
Who's that?
He was like this world-class bodybuilder. Look him up, Ronnie Coleman.
All right, I'll look him up.
He's jacked. I mean, he was jacked. And then he was like a Mr. Olympia guy. And he was natural until he was like 30, and then he got on juice, and then he got even bigger. Like huge.
Yeah, this is kind of like the physique that my body's starting to take shape and look like.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
so, pretty soon I'll be next level.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can look really, huge and ripped, like natural, but not usually when you're that old. The thing is, it's how old he is too. It's like he had to be doing something. Then it's like, it was funny because then his stack came out, or whatever. Like, what's your steroid stack, bro?
Like, what?
Steroid stack. That's what they call it. What's your stack, bro? It's like just the list and times and amounts and stuff of all the stuff you're fucking shooting into your shooting into your body or ingesting.
Nice.
Or whatever. Yeah.
So what have you been doing for exercise recently?
I've got a nice stationary bike downstairs, so I've been starting to hit that pretty consistently.
Oh, nice, dude. How long do you go for on that thing?
That's the goal. Just until I feel like I'm about to fucking die.
So how long does that take? Sounds like you get a real sweat going.
Yeah, it gets quite fucking hot because it's in the basement. It's not it's not cold.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Man, you should invite me over one of these days. Let me watch you do that.
You gotta tickets to the gun show or they're expensive. Tickets to the bike show, I don't know, man. Might be too rich for your blood.
Do you have like a basement door?
No.
Do you have to enter through the house?
Yeah, there's no basement entry. Directly.
Yeah, because I could just come in through the basement door.
Yeah,
exercise.
It's a lot easier to sneak in gay guys for like butt stuff. When you've got a basement door like that opens directly into the basement.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Oh yeah, man. I know. Oh, trust me, I know.
That's how Gary gets in and out.
Oh yeah, that's the bro door.
Yeah, that's the bro door. Yeah. Oh man, we've been rewatching all the Game of Thrones episodes. We're all in season 7 now. Yeah. We just watched the Hodor episode. Oh boy, that was epic. Remember that scene? Hodor.
It was epic.
Hodor.
It was epically disappointing.
It was fucking awesome, dude.
That shit fucking sucked. What are you talking about? That shit fucking sucked.
That was George R. R. Martin. That was straight from George R.
R. If that happens in the books, I might just put it down right there because that is ass.
Do you think he just like made that up on the spot, or do you think he was planning that from like the beginning?
It's honestly dealer's choice. On that.
I think he was planning it.
I don't know, man. I think they.
It's a big payoff in the show.
Only
hold
not
the door.
Really. Only with his name.
Yeah.
Only with his name.
It's just sick because like it shows that it really like solidifies like the whole time travel aspect of the show, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Not only do you got dragons and magic, and now you got time travel too.
I'll be interested.
Oh boy, and zombies. Show's got it all.
I'll be interested to. I'll be interested to see.
I'm really curious to see how
what goes on in the books.
Final episodes. How the final episodes play out for me, because I've only seen them when they first came out, and I remember liking them, and everyone was really pissed and hated it, and I remember being like, yeah, I feel like it could have maybe been better, but I was pretty satisfied with the conclusion to the show.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I thought that the whole last season was just so horrible. The last 2 seasons, probably.
Maybe I'll see how it goes, because I just finished season 6, and I've been watching it every night for 2 episodes a night for the past month and a half.
Right.
So
working your way through. Yeah, I mean,
I haven't noticed it take a dip. I think it's just so far it's just building and building and building. Each episode's getting crazier and crazier right now.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, some people things of that nature. I can't say.
I think people just wanted the outcome to be a certain way, and because it didn't end up the exact way they wanted it with they wanted a certain person on the Iron Throne, and because that person didn't end up on the Iron Throne, they're this was shit. What was the point of all this? My
issue is the pacing, because the pacing is
you never finished the episodes though.
The pacing is so fucking slow. The pacing is so fucking slow for multiple seasons. It's multiple seasons, and then it was they went from let's say a 1 to a 5 or something in terms of the speed of how things were developing, and this happening and that happening. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Where did you end off at? What was the last episode you saw?
Either the third to last or the second to last. I don't remember.
Oh, third to last. Yeah, I remember you didn't watch the last few episodes.
Last couple episodes. It's either the third or the second to last. Is where I stopped.
It's fucking terrifying. It was nail biting. Tension. I remember it was damn, this is awesome. But yeah, everyone hated it, and I was like, damn, people suck.
It just really lost me.
This is going to be appreciated after its time. People just can't really appreciate it right now. I guess
it just really lost me after, just with how, I don't know, just how I could see things evolving, and the decisions they were making in terms of this happening or that happening. I don't know. It just totally lost me in terms of my interest.
But you're saying that was a problem before even those seasons?
The second season before that, I thought the pacing had gotten strange, and then it.
Wait, the second season before what?
Sorry, the second to last season.
Oh, the second to last, so season 7.
Yes, I guess if there's 8 seasons.
Yeah.
That's when I felt the pacing got strange. It was even not. I don't know. It was after, as soon as they got off of what was already in the books, you could tell that they were kind of because the thing is I'm sure that they're not
their boots.
Well, just having to, the thing is having to come up with, George R. R. Martin wrote these books with a very specific story in mind, right? And then having to not be able to use that story, and having to go off on a different tangent direction, you can tell the quality, that's when the quality really started dipping for me. And I'm I don't know, I've got a very acute sixth sense about bad endings coming. Endings that are gonna be not satisfying and disappointing. And like every time I think it's gonna happen, it does. And so I know, based on previous experience, maybe this would be the one thing, but like I just know that if I watch it, I don't know, I just don't want to watch it until, for me, I'm a lot more invested in the books, right? So I don't want to watch it until those have either finished or he's died and they're not going to be finished, because once it's over in my head, then like that's the way that it ends, and like the other way is like the other one.
Yeah.
So I just know how I'm at. I just know how I fucking am, and like I would much rather enjoy the books and like finish it and be like, okay, like that was either good or bad, and then like go back to the show and be like, what is this like now? It's just
apparently he's pretty close to finishing the new one,
dude. He's been saying that for fucking years.
He said he's got like 50 pages left or something.
Wow, great. Hey, I can't wait. And then I'll probably be in my fucking grave before he finishes the next one, because there's 7.
Oh yeah,
there's 7 that are supposed to come out, and this will be the 6th.
Damn it. Yeah, he's getting really old.
Fucking, you're telling me, man. I'm surprised he can.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he can still fucking see or hear. He's one.
Yeah.
He's one cheeseburger away from a stroke or something.
Well, I respect that he takes his time with it. He doesn't just force it out just because. He's doing it because he loves it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's really like he got really rich. He started having a lot more stuff to deal with. The show, this other show. Going to all this
personal chef to hire.
Going to all this other stuff. Building his castle.
Build his castle.
A whole bunch of other stuff in his life, right, that he didn't have to deal with or spend brain power on before. So I can see why he's like hasn't gotten done. But it's just like don't tell us like it's all about to be done, bro, when it's been like fucking 3 years since that. Like,
so you're all caught up on the books then?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I read all the books like before the first season was over.
Oh wow, nice. Have you ever like revisited them?
They're kind of like meandering. They're not really like a very casual listen.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to them. I'm on like the second one right now.
Yeah. They're kind of meandering. I don't know. It's just like it's not. It's
kind of like how the show is too. Like,
right?
It's not like super fast paced. Yeah. Like,
no.
I like that. I like that about the show and the book. Like, it's just like characters having conversations and like events unfolding in their time.
That's what I liked as well. But like the show like should have had like another couple seasons or something. I like to maintain the same like pacing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I definitely think the last season should have been at least 10 episodes.
I think they just wanted to get it. I think they just wanted to get it over with. They're like, we're gonna go.
So crazy to me. Like, why would you want to get it over with? Just so you could do Star Wars. Star Wars is like way lamer.
Yeah, you're telling me, and then they're not even doing it, right? So.
Are you sure that was like even like true, or is that just like industry gossip?
I have no idea like what actually happened, right?
Yeah.
Just based on
that's what people say.
Based on the evidence at hand, right? Of like, they signed on to do Star Wars. They've been doing it for years, right? Game of Thrones for years. And then, the show, the pace suddenly picked up super fast, and then it was over, like, I don't know, not, it's just the pace picked up so fast. Like, it was like, bam.
Yeah, it really raced towards the ending.
Based on all those factors,
it was cool though.
It seems like that is likely.
You kind of want it to like ramp up, towards the end. You don't want it to just like be the same towards the end.
Sure, right, but I think that the end was reached kind of prematurely. Like the end, like the end state of everybody and what they were doing, and who's got this and who's got that, and what's going on with Brand. I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty like I know I've got like a lot of opinions about it, but I'm pretty like not invested in Game of Thrones anymore because I really don't think that the final book will ever come out.
Damn, yeah, it's difficult to imagine that it would.
I hope I'm like a a totally. I hope I'm totally and completely wrong about that. Like I hope it does. You know, but I just like.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I've been you know, I've been burned. You know. When authors,
I think we can all relate to that. We've all been hurt in some way.
When authors pass away before they've finished a very long, very good, you know, story, it's like, you know, it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, then, you know, that's okay though, because like people are gonna remember their books, and they could have always written more, you know. So you always have that.
Well, but I just mean before like a saga is completed.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, it's still like you still got the benefit of reading those books, you know, just because it doesn't have an ending doesn't mean.
But like, what's the benefit if there's no ending? It's like an infinite cliffhanger.
Well, like, yeah, but you can kind of just imagine the end yourself. I'd rather have the books than not have the books. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least we got what we got. You gotta be grateful.
I'm not saying don't be grateful, but it's just like, you know, you don't. I mean, if you're just gonna make up the ending yourself in your head, like, why read it in the first place? Why not just make up your own stories in your head?
Dope like book, you know, and
yeah,
just because
I don't know.
Doesn't have an ending doesn't mean it was like a waste of time.
I mean, it's like that's like saying like that the ending of a movie doesn't like kind of make or break the movie, like in terms of how the story, like how good the story was. You don't think it does?
It's like different with like books. I feel like, and like longer form content.
Why?
Because it's so like long, you know.
I mean, no. What
it is? It's not really about the 3-act structure anymore. It's more about like just the characters like existing and like living. Like if like J.K. Rowling died before the last Harry Potter movie came out, or last Harry Potter book, it still would have been like a cool series, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to have an end.
If you think Harry Potter would have been half as good if Voldemort was never resolved?
I mean, just whatever, you know. It's still cool.
I'm not saying it's not cool, but like the ending of something is like critical to what like the overall quality of it. Like if like I mean, or just like a meal, like if you have a meal, right, and like the fucking, you know, the first 2 courses are good, but then they serve you a plate of shit, like literally shit, like
ew.
Like that's what you're gonna like. You're gonna leave the situation with, you know, a memory of shit. Like that's gonna be, you know, I don't know. It's I mean, you know, sure. Like
no, it wouldn't be like they're serving you shit. It would just be like they're like, this didn't ever bring out like the last course. You know, it's like you still got to eat a little bit.
If they never brought out the last course, but you were infinitely
you still have the first 2 courses.
But you're infinitely waiting for it.
You're not infinitely waiting for it.
You would starve.
I'm not saying you just go to a different, you'd be like, okay, I'm done here at this restaurant. I'm going to another one. You know, so like this one was good. I had a good time. You know?
I've invested myself in this meal, and it's like, here I am.
Well, you know what, Mason? Too late. You know, it's too little too late. All right.
Too little too late?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You got to move on.
That's what I've said. That's what I'm saying. I've moved on.
No.
That's what I said.
You know what, Mason?
Initially, I moved on emotionally. I've moved on from Game of Thrones. Like I'm so
good. Yeah.
That's why I
just be happy.
That's why I mean, sure, I'm happy. But my happiness is doesn't involve Game of Thrones. Like it doesn't make me happy.
It should, Mason. It's really good.
It's like okay. Like it's okay because like if it ends poorly, then like everything that preceded that was like leading to something that was poor.
Sometimes it's not about the destination; it's more about the journey. Yeah,
but like if the destination of a story that I'm watching, sure. Like if I'm on a road trip and I see the mountains and fucking, you know, when I get there, you know, my hotel is burned down. It's like, well, sure, at least I saw the mountains, right? But those are like experiences that I like had in real life. Like this is a book and a story, and the
just
whole
like
point.
Imagine like a asteroid came and just wiped everyone out, you know, in the midst, right at the end of the last book, you know, and then you're good.
But no, I can't do that. I can't do that. My brain, I know that it's not, I know it's not done, so and here's the thing, like, it doesn't drive me crazy. I just like, I'm just like disconnect. I'm kind of disconnected from it. Like,
yeah. So you're just going to wait until George R. kicks the bucket and then you can finish the show.
If whichever happens first.
Yeah.
Whichever happens first.
The show's so good, man. I'm just like, this is amazing television.
It's well crafted. It's well crafted TV for sure. It's well crafted TV for sure.
It's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, like the visual effects, like the quality of the production, like the amount of like extras they have, and like the vistas, like you watch it and you're just like, holy shit, you're just blown away. This is like a TV show.
But that's not the story, though. You're like talking about like you love like the filmmaking. But
like,
that's not.
Yeah, like
that's not.
I love the show.
It's not like, oh, the story they told was like so riveting. It's like they technically and artistically like communicated it visually in such a magnificent way, but like
it's just like the characters are so like rich, like I love all the characters George R. created.
He builds
he's a
really
fucking
rich
genius.
He builds really rich characters, and he's great at that. He's a great author, I think that his characters were disserviced by when they had to go off in some like other tangent.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about this next episode, the start of season 7, because I'm like, is it going to start getting like bad? Because like so far, no problems. It's just been good.
You'll probably like it.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so. That's what I'm hoping.
You'll probably like it. Not to say that anybody should have the same opinion as me. I wished I just liked it.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Maybe one day you'll come around.
I don't have time.
You'll get there.
I don't have time. I don't have time for that. I got other shit I want to come around about. Not like shows that people like fucking. I mean, here's the thing, right? In my mind, the guy, the creators, the showrunners just gave everybody like a big middle finger, right? Because they were like, we're gonna go do Star Wars, and like Star Wars was shit.
I don't even know if that's how that went down. I think that might just be gossip.
Here's the thing, right? Based on the evidence,
it doesn't make sense.
Why does it not make sense?
Because Star Wars is shit compared to Game of Thrones,
dude. Yeah. Maybe, but here's the thing: was it? Did they sign on before the? How many of the new Star Wars movies had come out before they signed on?
I have no idea.
That's my question, right? Because so maybe they didn't know it was shit now.
Yeah, they would have done a good job probably. I don't know why they canceled their movies.
Well, they probably Disney didn't want to give them the latitude to do what they wanted to do. If I had to guess, they probably wanted to do something good, and Disney was like, no.
What they should have done was just like adapt like the novels that have been coming out, that have been out for decades, like the literature that's been written, about the universe.
Oh, you mean the toilet paper that is currently in all the stalls at the Disney offices?
They're really good at like adapting, because like the book is like extremely close to the show. They're really good at just like translating exactly what happens in the book to
and that was
visuals.
What it was. That was what was so good about it. Like that.
Yeah.
That was what was so
it's like line
good
for
about
line, like scene for scene a lot of times.
And the things they left out, it's like, okay, I can live with this, right?
You can't do everything.
It was like a reasonably faithful adaptation.
Yeah.
But
that's just how I want like all adaptations to be. Like they find like character moments and they find like filmmaking, editing moments where they can give insight to a character's thoughts, but they don't take it further.
And you know what? It's not really their fault, right? That the show took such a nosedive, in my opinion. It's George's fault. Because he, it's like he wanted to get the show out there, right? Because obviously he was like shopping it around to get it produced by somebody or he was involved in that, but he didn't have the second 2 books finished when he knew that they were fucking huge. Just like Dance with Dragons. Like the fifth book came out like right when the first season dropped. And it was like, okay, well, sure, they have all this material to work with up until the 5th season or the 5th book is over, but then after that, they weren't. I may be wrong, but they weren't allowed to use what he was coming after that. You know, actually can't.
I haven't heard that.
I think that's the case because
I've heard him say that the ending will be different than the show.
Yeah, right. I think that I don't think that it's going to follow the same. I mean, it can't, right? Because the thing is, it's gonna the next 2 books are going to be so dense with stuff happening. I think it's going to be a completely different branch of like events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Because the stuff that happened, there's no way that's how he's gonna write it because it all happens way too fast.
Yeah.
And like right. It stopped being an adaptation and it started being, okay, this is a TV show. How, and that like the pacing kind of shifted, into more of typical like TV show type of pacing, in my opinion. But so like they weren't allowed to use the secret sauce, right? It was like, okay, here's the sauce, but like you can't have it for like the third part of your sandwich or the second, here's the sauce for 5/7 of your sandwich, but for the next part, you got to make your own sauce, and it can't be
hopefully
the,
Alyssa
it can't
likes
the one
because she's really invested in it right now. So hopefully,
good. Yeah, I mean, I hope she does. Yeah, I hope she does. I mean, I can, for people that didn't go through the books, I can see liking the whole thing. With the frame of reference of the books, it's like. You kind of, I don't know. It kind of really keyed me into like.
But I think most people haven't read the books, and like most people were like really mad about the ending.
Yeah, right. I
just don't get it. I don't get the hate towards the ending. Like I don't know. Like I never understood it. I'm gonna watch it again and see if I can find anything. But I think it's definitely like underappreciated. Like the finale is and everything. So, those guys worked really hard for like a really long time. They gave up a huge part of their lives and they made people happy for a really long time, and to kind of just like shit all over them and act like they're awful for like
it's amazing.
Not making the perfect ending.
It's like, amazing. It's amazing how when something ends in a way that people aren't, don't find as like believable or acceptable or like, related to how it was progressing, right? Because the thing is, it's not just that people want X, Y, and Z. It's like the show builds expectations of X, Y, and Z based on the emotional development that they have with the characters, the way things progress.
But you don't think the audience is like always right?
I think the opinion of the audience is created by the expectations. Like the expectations of the audience are created by the way that the show develops itself. And the way that the show communicates itself to the audience, so it kind of goes hand in hand, right? Like,
I just don't know if they could have done a satisfying ending. Like the way that audience wanted it to end would have just been like lame. I feel like for me,
I don't know. I mean, it's but the thing is, if you just had that ending and you never had this one, what how would you know that? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I've like listened to more Game of Thrones and like British people and like medieval times people speaking in the past month and a half than I have like any other type of person. So it's like my language is almost like changing to like suit that. I'm like starting to speak like I'm a lord from the Middle Ages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I'll say shit like on the morrow. Instead of like, tomorrow.
Right.
And, call us your grace. Stuff like that.
Yeah. It's the little things.
I think we're going to start going to Renaissance fairs if you want to join us. That'll be fun. We can all dress up.
What do you mean start?
Like, like axe throwing.
You mean like the Renaissance fair that comes to St. Louis?
Yeah, like we're going to start going to that. We're going to dress up.
I've been going to that for the last couple of years.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have. both last year and the
why
year
haven't I
before.
seen any pictures?
What?
Why haven't I seen? Do you dress up?
Do I dress up and go to the Renaissance Fair?
You don't dress up, do
Fuck
you?
no.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. You gotta dress up. It doesn't count if you just go. Like, I've been to a Renaissance Fair, but I'm talking about really go to the Renaissance Fair.
The Renaissance Fair. The Renaissance Fair
dress up.
The Renaissance
Maybe
Fair
even
is
have a booth.
The Renaissance Fair is cool for kids. Like, it's a fun place for kids.
We have kids.
I know, and I took. Why do you think I went, bro? Do you think I went by myself? I took Owen and Noah and Scott and Noah.
Hell yeah, dude! I bet they had a blast.
Yeah, Owen and Scott had a good time. But like for adults, it's like I mean, yeah, if you drink, I guess there's like liquor or beer. But like, dude, when we went this last year. I mean, it was cool. I didn't have any hard time. But Scott is afraid of like bees and wasps. And there were more fucking yellow jackets there than I've ever seen anywhere else ever. I mean, everywhere. I mean, no one got stung out of the four of us, but like they were fucking. I kid, like just think about yellow jackets being everywhere and then double that. Like that's how many fucking yellow jackets. I swear to God, like it was so crazy. And I haven't experienced that the year before or whatever. But like they
must have just had like a big hatch or something right when that fair started or some shit.
Who knows, man? Who fucking knows? But it was like they were thick. They were fucking like if you had a drink, like Owen got like a fucking like snow cone or something, and like boom, yellow jacket.
They were on it.
They were on it, dude. And it's like you don't want to really get aggressive.
My God.
Because if you get aggressive with them, they'll get aggressive with you. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of just
dude.
You kind of just gotta. So I don't know the rest, and like you gotta find like a day when it's not like super fucking packed because like otherwise like you're just waiting in like the turkey leg line for example. It was like oh fuck, like this line is like ridiculous.
Damn.
You know,
that's crazy.
It's cool. You know, there was like a cool magic show that we saw. Like the shows can be cool, and especially for the kids.
Hell yeah.
But like. And like, there's like stuff to buy, but like, it's all like really, I don't know. Unless I you know, if you buy like expensive stuff there, like you'll get like middle quality stuff, you know, outside of there. But like everything is like, I don't know. It's funny, right? They're like carnies. They're like upgraded carnies. You know, they're like carnies like with it's just like you know a little more panache. You know, it's just more more verve. You know,
more class.
Way more class. Oh my God. But like the thing is, like with the axe throwing and the spear throwing. I mean, not that I'm trying to shit on the Renaissance Fair. It's fun to go to. It's fun for kids.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go.
But like the axes and the fucking spears and shit, they have been beat to fuck, dude. They've been beat to shit. The spears don't have points on them. The axes are dull as dirt.
Well, that's good. We don't want people killing themselves.
There was one booth where you could like throw. Well, but here's the thing: if you're axe throwing, I want this fucking axe to stick in something. You know, if I'm spear chucking, I want the spear to have a point on it. A point.
Yeah, but you don't want to impale a kid,
dude. I think Noah paid literally 30. Like, it was like $10 a minute for like 6 minutes to fight with foam swords. $60 for like 6 minutes. It was hilarious because Owen
just to fight with a foam sword.
Yes, dude. Yes, I mean they were nice foam swords, you know. But like,
is it like a tournament type situation where they announce? There's like an announcer like talks or like what's the situation?
You walk up to the fucking booth and the dude's like, oh, like and like there's like a kid like running the fucking book or whatever, you know, and like they're like like literally, no, like a child.
Yeah.
And like, you know, then there's like parents or whatever are there too, like as like the people, you know, it's like, oh, you guys trying to fight? Like, all right, it's you know, $20 a minute for these swords and fucking $10 a minute for these swords or something, you know. And then like,
so
it's like
they throw them all in a pen together and they just all whack each other?
Then you just like go in with whoever you're trying to fight with, or like if you don't have somebody, like they'll fight you, and like, you know, they like have like a, you know, oh, if you get hit on 2 limbs, like you're dead, or, you know, whatever type of thing. And like it was like Noah versus Owen and Scott, and they paid $60, went in there for literally, I mean, it was less than fucking 5. It was like 5 or 6 minutes. Like it was so short. And like then they were like, all right, you're done. They really
Damn,
fucking
sucks.
They really fucking rook ya, like They were really like fucking drink you dry. It was crazy. Yeah, I mean they had a good time and stuff, and at Costco you can get 2 tickets and 2 turkey legs, I think, for like $30. That's a good deal. Costco was like a sponsor of the Ren Fair this year.
Nice.
But I mean there wasn't like Costco
that's the issue. Like that's the issue is money. It's like we got to get more of it. Like we can't just like run around the Renaissance Fair like not doing shit because we're broke.
I just feel like even if I had money, like even if I had more money than I do, I mean I'd have to have a lot of fucking money to be like, yeah, all right, I'll pay $20 a minute to fight with foam swords. A minute, just buy the swords.
Yeah, but like $20 is like a penny to like a lot of people.
A minute, bro.
Would you pay a penny a minute?
$20 is not a penny to a lot of people. Most people,
yeah, to a lot of people.
No, not a lot of people. Percentage wise,
I didn't say most people. I said a lot of people.
Dude, a lot compared to what? The number 0?
Yeah, a lot compared to like a few.
Okay, sure. Yeah, well, I need to hang out with those people, I guess. And
that's what I'm saying.
And have them take me to the fucking Renaissance Fair.
No, even if I had to learn from them.
Because even if I had that much
money, from their skills.
Hey, you know what? I know a good guy to hook you up with. His name is Ty Lopez. All right.
You know Ty?
He's got.
Dude, would you make the intro? Would you really do that for me?
Let me rephrase. I know of a good guy to hook you up with. Oh, don't worry. If you'll give him thousands of dollars, he'll tell you the secrets to I don't know, something.
Knowledge.
I read one book a day, but like actually, here's the thing. Dude, oh my god, I just for some reason this video came up of like I took Ty Lopez's course, like here's how it was or whatever. This guy, and he was like, on YouTube. He's like, yeah, Ty says he reads one book a day, but in this course, he's like, I don't read that book. He's like, I speed skim that book. Here's the thing, right? Like books are the pages are filled with words, right? And stories. You want to get away from stories in the books that you're reading because stories are how authors fill pages.
The fuck? Authors fill pages.
Like he's cracked the code, bro. Like, yeah. Oh shit. The stories inside a book are what fill the pages. It's all making sense.
Careful what you say about Ty though, because he might want to sponsor us at some point.
Oh, hey Ty, you know what?
We don't want to sully his good name.
You know what? Bring me out to your farm. I would love to. I would love to hang out, bro.
We don't want to Jake Sully his good name.
Yeah, you wouldn't. All right, time for the bonus episode. Literally bonus.
All right, let's do it.